You've probably seen the headlines lately, but the real story isn't about the next solar storm, it's about the last one. In 1859, the most advanced technology on Earth began to scream. Telegraph wires, the planet's new nervous system, suddenly overloaded. They spit sparks, shocked their operators, and in some offices burst into flames, setting buildings on fire. Some operators disconnected their batteries and found they could still send messages, powered by a strange electrical current coming from the sky itself. That night, the world caught fire. The northern lights, the aurora borealis, erupted with an impossible intensity. They were seen as far south as Cuba and Jamaica. The sky was so bright with shimmering curtains of emerald and blood-red light that people in Missouri could read a newspaper outside at midnight. For over a century, this was just a bizarre historical footnote. A fun little story. But now we know the truth. It was a warning shot. A preview of a natural disaster that, if it happened today, could end the modern world. This is the story of the Carrington Event. The riddle of this event doesn't start on the ground. It starts with one man staring at the sun. Richard Carrington was a wealthy amateur English astronomer. On September the 1st, 1859, he was doing what he always did, sketching sunspots. Suddenly, he witnessed something no one had ever recorded before. Two patches of intensely bright and white light erupted from the sunspot group. It was a solar flare, a colossal explosion on the sun's surface, and he was the first human to see one. What he didn't know was that this flare had launched a billion-ton cloud of magnetized plasma directly at our planet, at a speed of millions of miles per hour. This was the bullet, and 17 hours later, it hit. The Earth's magnetic field, our planetary shield, was overwhelmed. The massive influx of energy is what supercharged the auroras and induced electrical currents in the telegraph network. It was the largest geomagnetic storm in recorded history. And here is where the Relic Riddle changes. The mystery isn't what happened in 1859. The evidence is clear. Carrington's drawings, the ice core samples, the newspaper reports, we know what happened. The real terrifying riddle is this: what happens when the next one hits? Because a Carrington-level event today wouldn't just be an inconvenience, it would be an apocalypse. Our entire fragile digital civilization is essentially a giant lightning rod waiting for a storm. First, the power grid would go down. The same induced currents that fried the simple telegraphs would surge through our high-voltage transformers. They would melt. The grid wouldn't just be turned off, it would be physically destroyed. It could take months or more likely years to replace them. Next, our eyes in the sky would go blind. The storm would fry the satellites we depend on for everything. No GPS, no satellite communications, no credit card transactions, no television. Then, the silence. The internet would collapse. Your phone would be a useless brick, and as the days turn into weeks with no power, the systems that run our society, water purification, fuel pumps, banking, food supply chains, would grind to a halt. This isn't a sensationalist fantasy. It is a scenario that NASA, the Pentagon, and governments around the world take with deadly seriousness. The Tunguska event showed us the power of a cosmic impact. The year without a summer showed us the power of a single volcano. But the Carrington event revealed a far more intimate threat. The danger isn't from some rogue asteroid from the depths of space. It's from the very star that gives us life. And the most unsettling part of this riddle is that there is no if. Scientists agree that it will happen again. The only question is when. The Carrington event wasn't the sun being angry or unusual. It was the sun just breathing. And we happened to be in the way of the exhale. The Carrington event is a powerful reminder that history holds the key to our future. With all the solar storm activity happening right now, how prepared do you think our modern world is for another one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.